What's this we have? We have two figures from the Creator X Creator line, and this is Lupin the Third. This is the infamous marriage figures between Lupin and Rebecca. Here's what all the box sides look like. I just really wanted these. So let's dive into these. I did get the A set, so we'll be looking at their normal figures. I was very tempted to get the B set where they're all kind of like a green teal. But that's okay. Let's dive into these right now. Here is the full shot of the figure. Wow, I have so much to say about this. Not all of it good. However, I do love the way this figure looks. I love the way they're looking at each other. I love the way their arms link. I love the little heart that holds them together. But that's where a lot of the issues actually come in. So let's go over what is really good about this figure. Again, I love everything about it. I love that there's even a little veil you can put on her. It's so cute. So yeah, I love wedding figures. I just think they're really cute. You get two characters that you love in some of the most beautiful, or at least interesting, outfit choices. And I love how everything in this one really looks like Lupin. It really looks like Rebecca. It's just a really cutesy outfit, and a really good pairing. I love the idea of this pink little heart. But I do want to zoom in on some details and talk to you guys about this figure. Here they are up close, and I just adore their expressions. These are very small prize figures, so I'm pretty impressed with how well they got Lupin's face, how well they got Rebecca and her hair and her style, even the little bow around her neck, the little flower and bow tie on Lupin. I just love the whole setting of this figure. I just really like it. Again, if you're not familiar, this is from the 4th season of Lupin the Third. This is a very small, very clean figure. Everything has very rounded lines, everything is very flatly painted, minus the gradient in Rebecca's hair here. But yeah, there's no heavy shading. This is just a very light and airy looking figure. However, with that, there are some issues. You can tell by Lupin's ear that there is some patchy paintwork, which is upsetting. The one thing I don't like about Rebecca's hair is the way it's so thick. If this figure were a little bit bigger, I feel like they could have done better details. I think the veil is a really cool idea. The flowers are a little bit sloppy on it, and it's a little bit thick. Once again, it's just kind of, not quite right. The next feature I want to focus on is their linked arms, and this kills me. This is literally why I wanted this figure. I actually saw these figures in person when I was at Anime Oasis with Dylan last year, and I didn't buy them at the convention because they were kind of pricey, but finding them later, I just love figures that link together. So of course we have Lupin's bow tie, we have the bow on the dress, we have the gloves, the linked arms. Oh, perfection. I love this part. Here's a good example of the pearlescent paint used on the suit and the dress. I think that looks fantastic. I do love that. I know sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to shade pearlescent paint jobs, so I think that's why they just didn't shade it. Also, the size of this figure is probably why they didn't shade it. I'm not saying smaller figures can't have great shading. I have Figuart Zeros that prove otherwise. I think they just chose this cleaner look. Again, one of my issues, this is such a blocky, blobby looking flower. Oh, I wish they had something a little bit prettier, a little bit more delicate. The final part I want to talk about is Lupin's shoes. The one thing I really love about Lupin and the series and the art direction is that he always has these big kind of cartoon floppish shoes, and you always see his socks. I don't know why, it's just a detail, it's from the old manga, but for some reason every time I see that it cracks me up and I think it's cute. Those are cute shoes, I want them in real life. Rebecca has crazy thin legs, but that's also again part of the art style. The thing I really want to focus on is this cute little pink heart. And each figure comes with one, so this is what it looks like when it's not on the figures, and this is to hold them in the correct pose. The idea being that you pull back Rebecca's arm, link Lupin, and then put both their feet in here. Here's the devil in the box. This was the most annoying thing for me to fit on a figure to date. I've had issues with figures before fitting on bases and stuff, and I love that this one doesn't have a base. It's gonna fit just the way it is. But this damn heart. So the way you're supposed to place this heart is you have to make sure that they are angled right, which they are, and then you kind of put the heart underneath her dress and then you push it against both of their feet. The problem is, I thought the heart would lie flat on the surface. It doesn't. It actually tilts up, and that's how you get it to fit. And this little devil of a heart, every time you got one foot to fit, the other one on the other figure would pop off. And for some reason, Lupin would just keep twisting and going back to facing Rebecca, which that's Lupin anyway. But as far as like a figure collecting nitpick, that base drives me up the wall. It's insane. And honestly, I wouldn't even use it except when you don't have that. Lupin tends to fall forward a bit on these shoes, and he doesn't stand properly next to Rebecca, so it's kind of a necessary evil. But I just want to warn people, if you're buying this figure, god damn that heart. The one really cute thing about this figure is that you can kind of place it in any direction you want to see more of one character and then a profile of the other. So if you really want a nice shot of Rebecca, you get this nice profile of Lupin. If you turn Lupin back to be the front profile, you get this, or the front face, excuse me, then you get the profile of Rebecca. And it's a really neat figure. I've never had one kind of turn back and forth like this. It's really cute. Again, there's paint missing on the inside edges of Lupin's sideburns. That's just kind of par for the course, but it's unfortunate and I don't like it. The other thing I'll do if I'm very careful is move this forward so you guys can see the veil on Rebecca. I love the way you can see her hair through it. It's very cool. But again, if you look at the bottom ridge here, you see how thick it is. A thinner piece of plastic, I feel, would look a little bit better. So here is a cute little back shot. Aww! I really like this figure despite its issues. Here is what the bottom train of Rebecca's dress looks like. It's very well done. I do like the way it flows and goes back and forth. I think this is a really neat wedding dress. I like how different it looks. Oh, I just want more wedding figures. I don't know why. Side shots of the shoes. They're both very cute. I like this. I'm being very careful because I don't want to fit that heart again. But yes, I do really love the way this figure turned out, and they're just really cute. That is pretty much it for this figure. It's a little one, and I'm a little bit miffed at its size because I did spend $15 on Lupin and $15 on Rebecca because God forbid if you have one and not the other in my mind. So it was a $30 set. That's actually a good price for two figures. I think I only got that price because of how small this figure is. Anyway, that's it for this one. Hi to all my subscribers, you guys rock, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!